understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night. The summer night, the summer night. The summer night, the summer night. Someday we will.
OMG, I'm back in the house for finally the Ab Nation Live Tonight show with the hockey coach, global coach Frenchie, directly for the beautiful, the land of the smile and Thailand on the great Memorial weekend holidays in USA. Hopefully an amazing, great weekend so far. And we are Sunday night, May 28th, 2023. The chat is rock and roll left and right. I'm glad to having each one of you. First of all, guys, you know, we create some kind of relationship and friendship and through this channel. Unfortunately, we cannot meet, you know, face to face. It's rare. On my situation in Thailand, I don't meet a lot of people. But we create some kind of friendship, like I mentioned, and one of them is like Randy Walkman. And back in the house tonight, first of all, Randy, hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully your wife and you are doing, you know, you're ready for the summer. I know the weather is not always great in your area, but hopefully you enjoy the most of your time, and we can keep up with your great work, your article, and talking about the hockey. And of course, we're going to talk about this tonight because what we do here at the Ab Nation, guys, we do one thing. We talk about hockey. And tonight, we're going to talk about the Let's Talk Abs. But I have something really unique for you guys tonight because we're going to talk about the round number 4 between Caufield and Ken Hughes. This is a matchup now. It's getting interesting. A couple of months ago, we was not too much worried about that situation for the Montreal Canadiens. And now he's starting to get a little bit more heat up. Very heat with some kind of offer sheet. We heard some rumor around the Montreal Canadiens. Caufield tried to minimize everything at the low profile and to not be too much concerned. And that's what the situation right now with Cole Caufield and Ken Hughes. This is the biggest subject of the show tonight. But if you are Toronto Maple Leaf fans, don't go nowhere. Why not, Coach? Because at some point, I'm going to talk about the Toronto Maple Leaf. And it's going to be really interesting what I'm bringing to you guys tonight. So please stay with me for the fans of the Toronto Maple Leaf. We're going to have a great subject about that. Of course, we're going to talk about everything going on. This is it's another new time. We have a lot of action, guys. If you love sports, this is the weekend. You can sit at home and let the people do what they want to do and said, I only need the TV. Because you have the NHL playoff. You have the World Championship complete today. We got the Memorial Cup right now live. You have the if you love tennis, the Wimbledon, the Roland Garros tennis in Paris. I don't know about tennis, but I know it's live. So I watched Fernandez last night. I have a choice to watching Tap in front of me or Fernandez. I was debate, but I finally finished with Fernandez. She won the match last night. And then you have the Grand Prix Monaco on the Formula 1, if you love this. Listen, this is the time of the year you can love any sport. Hopefully you enjoy it. And thanks to be with Hockey Nation Show. And I'm going to continue to deliver continents after continent. But, what do you have, Coach? Hold on. Yes, it is happening tonight, guys. What you talking about? The Frenchy quiz is back in the house tonight, guys. Sorry about that. Look like we are a couple of people in the behind me, but the Frenchy quiz is back tonight with 3 questions for you. So stay until tonight if you want to participate in the Frenchy quiz. We're going to make some kind of compilation, leaderboard for all the winner of the Frenchy quiz. This is the first quiz of the off summer 2023. It's time to pick it up. It's time to come back with the App Nation live show. And this is a place that you want to hear about everything happening with the Montreal Canadiens. This is a place to be every night. So hopefully we're going to give a lot of contents for you during the summer. And we're going to be here all the way to the beginning of the next season, 2023-2024. And a lot of subjects to talk about this tonight. First of all, guys, we have a lot of people in the chat, so let's dive in very quickly. I'm not going to go one by one, but I'm going to mention your name, guys, if you don't mind. That would be great. I think you deserve to be a welcome back. Claude Richard from Ottawa. Roger Delaney is back in the house. Thanks so much. Jake McEnwee. Welcome back, Jake. Thanks for being with our Canadian show. Moderator Luciano Graziano, the chef of the App Branches sur des rendezvous. If you missed the show this morning with NRTAP and Marco Rabi, please go back on the channel, watch the show. Great content. We talk about this. And of course, we have the great branch Pite Luciano Graziano. Great having him, in the show tonight. NRTAP, the co-host of the show of the App Branch, is back in the house, followed by KLS from North Carolina. Real Deal, Buffalo Sabres. Epic Unicorn, back in the house from Newfoundland. We missed, by the way, Ellen Keeve. Hopefully doing well, Ellen Keeve. What about Randy Walkman? We talked about him a few minutes ago from Calgary area. Thanks to be with us. Vinny James, 007 from Ottawa. Thanks to having you aboard for tonight. What about Willie Snyder? Welcome back, Willie Snyder. Thanks to be with us. He still enjoy his Caufield crepes or crepe in French this morning. That'd be awesome. What about RJ Calabro, the informator with all the scoreboard update? Just mentioned final score between Kamloops and the Peterborough, 10-2. Ouch for Pete Peterboroughs. We're going to talk about the Memorial Cup a little bit later. And then we have a few people in the house. And Rabinap, welcome back. You know, some people you're always missing. Because they all come here a lot of time and then they disappear for a couple of days. And, you know, everybody's busy. Not again, you guys. It's just like, this is live, right? And but you have another one from N. Rabinov in the house. It's great having you aboard. What about Cole Caufield? Google account is in the house. Can Caufield play a full season? That will be something to follow for sure for the next couple of years. This is very interesting for your question. If you have any question, guys, put the little Q. I'm going to go through this definitely about that one during the show. That'd be awesome. Montebo looking more and more like the real deal. We're going to talk about Montebo in the next couple of minutes. Live is great to hear that, Randy, for you. I think Montebo may be the main goalie for Montreal. Perhaps. That's a great point about this. Glad to hear that, Mr. Randy. RJ gives us the next game tomorrow, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Charlotte Thunderbird visit Quebec Rempart. The winner of this game is going to go straight to the final Memorial Cup. John Garage is in the house. Welcome back from Denver, downtown. Big fan of the Avalanche. Steve G is knocked the door. Welcome back, Steve. The Frenchy quiz is back, my friend. What about AHJHI? Welcome back. Thanks to be with our Canadian live show. Since the guy knocked the door, should trade Caufield. The Canucks made this mistake with Bowser. He held out the Canucks cave and overpay him. His underperformance is world contract, and now they cannot trade him. Yeah, but that's the point for Bowser. But do you think Cole Caufield performing under or not? That's a big question about this. Roger Conrad, welcome. Well, welcome. I'm not sure he's welcome back for Roger. If you are, welcome back. But if not, welcome in the Hockey Nation Live Show family. And don't forget, guys, to click on the likes if you don't mind. That'd be awesome. If you don't subscribe to the show, please don't hesitate. And don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Luciano, pray for the Dollar Star Go game number 7, following by NRTAP. And then Lucien Conroy has been involved with Flame for 12 years. He's gonna through his due. It was the right choice. I agree with you, Randy, about the Greg Conroy, ex-Montreal Canadiens player, by the way. If you follow this on the tournament, down 2-0 today before the comeback, Luciano Graziano. Anyhow, guys, that's what we got. Don't forget to put the shoulder down and smash those likes. Yeah, absolutely about this, Woody. And guys, this is the show. We're going to talk about everything. And that's the first subject of the night. I would like to hear from you guys. So, Cole Caufield versus Ken Hughes. We knew beginning last season, guys, the Montreal Canadiens, it was Caufield is going to become a RFA at the end of this season. That's happening during the season. Unfortunately, he got an injury. He got surgery on the shoulder, and he missed half of the game for the Montreal Canadiens. At that time, guys, Cole Caufield, during the season 2022-2023, played 46 games, scored 26 goals out of the 46 games, and he had 36 points in 46 games. Total during his career so far is a 53 goals and 123 game play in NHL. That gave him, guys, a goal per game at 0.430. 0.430. This is his goal per game. I look at the NHL. He is right now at the same pace like Brendan Shanahan, Nikita Kucherov. Brennan Point is at 4.37. And you have Gilbert Barreau if you want to go all the way to 1970s during that time. So Caufield, it's not like he's a bad player. He produced, right? If you think about his 26 goal and 46 game, all right, that's gave him about 0.7. So I'll give him about 47 goal to 49 goal if he was played of 82 game. So he can score 36 point, guys, and 46. That give him about 65 point to 68 point in NHL. That's pretty much great if you think about what he produced. Now, that's what the biggest question now is how the negotiations are. Is it Caufield demand too much money? Is the Montreal Canadiens try to sign him maybe a long term, a short term, a middle term? How much money he deserves? This is what I want to bring to you guys. I would like to hear from each one of you. What do you think about that negotiation between Caufield and the Montreal Canadiens? That bring you guys on my question of the day at the Hockey Nation Live Show channel. If you want to see that, every day we have a question. I've been there for over 1 year. I maybe missed 4 days during that year. Every day between 9:30 to 11:30 the night, ask a question right there. We have about 300 people have reached participate at that poll. It's easy. You go on the channel, you go under community, or you get a notification when you have a poll like this open up. And this question tonight is about how concerning are you about the situation between Cole Caufield? Very worried. Could be an offer sheet and leave the Habs. Are you a little bit worried? Take too long for negotiation? No worry. It's just a normal situation. Or completely not worried at all. Cole Caufield is going to sign with Montreal Canadiens, so I can sleep every night, and I'm not worried about Cole Caufield. So this is the question tonight we got, guys, on this channel. So if you want to participate, but now it's tonight. You can do it right now live with me if you don't mind. That'd be great. We tried to pick it up a couple of information here. The Buffalo Sabre Ryan signed Aaron Johnson. Thanks so much for that one. KLS talk about taco pizza for Little Caesar Detroit Arena. And Rabinov, Caufield will have easily scored between 45-50 goals this year. He's going to play a game. Yeah, exactly about this in Rabinov. That's the pace we talk about this with the stat that we just mentioned to you guys about Cole Caufield. But still, we want to know more about you guys. What do you think about Cole Caufield overall? Not enough of the sample size just yet, coach. Other a good enough for got it off of the great start. Caufield is a very good offensive coach, $8.5 to $8 million. But that's what we talk about this. The next subject here, guys, about Cole Caufield is what it would be the term of the contract. Are you thinking Montreal should go long term? Do you think Montreal could go middle term, 5 to 6 year? Do you think Montreal should short term, sometimes called a bridge contract, 4 year or less? Following by the AAV per year, how much money he can make per year? Is it 9 million a plus? Randy said 8.5 to $8 million. Is between $8 and $9 million, or 8 million less at 7.5. I look about outside contract in NHL at that area, at that age. In NHL, most of them have a contract between 7.5 to 8.5. I'm talking about Jordan Kyrou, Robert Thomas. I can go all the way with fun contract. Dylan Carlson with Buffalo Sabres, Matt Boldy with the Minnesota Wild. Talk about Jack Hughes with the New Jersey Devils. This is what they got at that. No one of them go over $9 million. So I would like to hear a little bit more. What do you think? Can I pay for top price for a player who cannot play most of the game for a go-go? But he played like 120 game during his career in NHL for Caufield in 1 year and a half. I don't know. Let me check about this one over there. I want to be sure how many games he played. So last year, guys, he played 67 games. During that year, remember, he went to Laval Rocket. He did not miss not many games the year prior to that one this year because of his injuries. How many players in NHL, Gogo, play a full year in NHL? Montreal have only one, Nick Suzuki. All right, let's go with Colorado. How many of them play all the 82 game in NHL? He become a normal at 67 game to play. Unfortunately, he got hurt this year. That's a part of who they are. I don't know. I respect your point of view about that, but I don't think so. You have to go negotiation a contract, or you may be not happy to have Cole Caufield on Montreal Canadiens and trade Cole Caufield. And who's going to score the goal now for the Montreal Canadiens if you don't have Cole Caufield? Maybe we can trade Cole Caufield for Pierre-Luc Dubois. Maybe we can trade Cole Caufield for Travis Konechny. I don't know. Who would you like to trade? Look like if you don't want Cole Caufield, who do you want him to get traded for? That's something you have to think about this. Do you like to trade him for Victor Edvardsson for the Los Angeles Kings? Or do you want to trade Cole Caufield for Kako for the New York Rangers? I don't know. Kako did not miss any game until the fact he's healthy scratch. So I will be interested to hear a little bit more. J. High said 60 million for 8 years, 7.5 would be the best for the Montreal Canadiens. Here we go. That's the one here. I think he got a bridge contract for 3 or 4 years for in tap. Don't worry, a lot of management knows that they have and Caufield and Suzuki. A2. Great point about that. I agree with you. A2. I don't worry, allow me to. It's just a part of the negotiation, and I try to find the right term for both parties at the end. Will he go with normal situation? I was just about to text that in our tap. Not worry, Claude Richard. Melissa is in the house. Welcome aboard. And then we got people, and not worry allowed because he get offer sheet app match every other under 10 million for years. But what would you see this area on the bridge contract? Maybe same as Robinson. So this is a great point about this, Vinny. Jason Robinson got a 4 years contract, if I can recall it, for $7.5 million. But here's the kick of that situation, guys. Let me check this for you, and I'm going to give you a night for Jason Robinson, because Jason Robinson have a specific contract. So Robinson, guys, on the AAV is at 7.750. He signed a contract of 3 years with a Dallas Star. But 4 years, I apologize because this year is already gone. So he got $7.75 million for him for his contract. Now, the key behind that is his base salary, his total salary for the last contract is at $9.3 million. So when you go to resign, he become another year RFA, like I mentioned to you, for Jason Robinson. At 26 years old, he turned 27. His contract start about $8.4 million. So that's what Caufield he can do. He can sign a bridge contract at example 7.5, right? And then he become another year at RFA. At that moment, he get already at 7.5 about 8.2, and then he can negotiate an extension contract with the Montreal Canadiens. So if you're worried about some kind of injuries, that makes sense to me. Like Google said, and then maybe the best way is maybe the contract of a term, a bridge contract. I would say bridge to prove he can play a full season. Okay, here we go. A little bit less of Zuski at 7.875. Alan Barnes is in the house. Don't forget to get on the likes. $8 million for 8 years for Roger. And then I should be worried about pay too much for him. Anything over $8 million is too much. His injury could be an issue. There we go. Less of $8 million for Claude Richard. You guys should rock and roll. I see a 7 million at 3 years per contract. I would pay $8 million for Caufield. Then I would set lock in long term 7.5 Willie Snyder. Thinking in our top. Robinson is more rolled off. Caufield slug a goal scorer in need to improve defensively. Then I think McKinnon plays 67 game this season. Play stop. Caufield is not going anywhere. This is City. I would just give you a Huberdeau for him, coach. About late one over there. Caufield to Chicago for better in our top. I can see is pushing for $9 million, but hard to decide long term. Everyone would be happy with the same as Zuski. John, I think you're absolutely right about that. You have some concern. His injury, like I mentioned to you, that's the one concern about that one there. I think that's the way you have to be a little bit more a red flag. So if you analyze a little bit more deeper about the situation, maybe is a short-term contract and compare him to Jason Robinson overall, and I think there will be pretty much just some number at 7.75, a little bit under Zuski. He tried to get a bridge contract for 3 years or 4 years before he become a 1 more year RFA, and then after that he become a UFA. I think both parties can go that way. I think that would be great. I will only trade Caufield as a part of the package there for Chicago first. Here we go. And I try to get Caufield. It's not no Robinson. Close. You're dreaming in our top. Luciano, I will swing to the package. Gallagher, Luciano for better. That would be the best way about this. Yeah. Robinson, the advantage of Robinson for compared to Caufield. First of all, and NHL is on his first year. I'll just give you an idea, Robinson, guys. His first full year, he has 51 game, 17 goal, 28 assists, 45 point. If you think about this, Caufield played 46 game. He has 36 point. He's 9 point behind Robinson, but he has 9 goals more at Robinson, and he played 5 games less. The following year, right, that's where Robinson get very well. He scored 41 goals and 74 games. And then he has 79 points. This year, he has 82 games. He played all the game. He has 46 goals, but he did 109 points. So that's what happening with Robinson. The number of the points are not the same level because, first of all, Zuski and Hans not the same kind of player. And the third winger, Pavelski, we don't have those kind of players right now with that line over there. But if they have a right winger fit with Caufield, do you think Caufield can make 80 points? Do you think he can get 50, 30? Can he get 90 points? That's those questions we have to, the time we tell us for that, because it's a team hospital on the top of the bell center for next season. Google, you're absolutely right about that one over there. So that's what we get, guys, about the situation. So most of you guys understand the situation with Ken Hughes and Cole Caufield. A subject we want to follow up for the next couple of days for sure. That gives an opportunity to talk about this today. Don't want to change topic, but Montreal look real good at the World Championship. Maybe the Habs don't need to trade or draft a goalie after all. You don't change the subject A2. You just nail it, Mr. A2, because that's what we're coming, guys. We want to talk about the Montreal Canadiens player performance at the World Championship 2023. Overall, many of them performing very well. You talk about, first of all, for Team Canada, Samuel Montembeault. He's just continuous guy to impress everyone. He right now beat the odds again for him. Many of them was against him. Nobody see Montembeault developing that way he's doing right now. And you have to give credit for Samuel Montembeault. Secondly, what about Justin Barron? They have a very bad tournament overall. Yes, he's young, but this is a great experience, and for him, it's all about confidence. So if you are Montreal Canadiens, you're excited to see both players performing with Team Canada. We know Team Canada won today by a score of 5-2 against Team Germany, and it was the gold medal for the Team Canada after the last two games at the middle of the schedule on the preliminary round, and then finally they won the last two games, and then they got the gold medal. So really interesting to hear that for Team Canada. And that's what we try to talk today, guys. Then Team USA. What about Sean Farrell? What about Luke Dock? Two players was not really used by the Team USA, but what about Lane Hudson? Yes, sometimes you can complain. Well, look what he did again the final game, again the semifinal in the last game. But he has 6 points with Team USA. Listen, guys, I understand nothing is perfect. We're always going to find negative or different players. That's part of who they are. But Lane Hudson is going to change another view what Cale Makar did with the Colorado Avalanche. Now, I'm not saying Hudson is Makar, but Hudson is going, the way he play Lane Hudson, this is a team he's going to play. They're going to play one defenseman and 4D and 4 forward. What you talk about? Lane Hudson guy become a forward most of the time. And so what happening? One of the other 4 forward have to come back as a defenseman many times. Lane Hudson is always active with the puck. Lane Hudson is always anticipate the play all the time. He's always in the front of the play constantly. He see old. He see his IQ is excellent. His hockey sense. He's not perfect. Defensively, need to work a lot. Cap control. Physically, is not there yet. And all those details, I understand that. But we have a special, unique players. Lane Hudson is coming in NHL. Remember that. We have a special player. No doubt in my mind, no doubt now, for what I saw during the last couple of games with Team USA, Lane Hudson is going to be same or maybe better at Quinn Hughes for the Vancouver Canucks. That's what Lane Hudson is, in my opinion. And take a time, give him 2 years, 3 years, but he's going to be a solid defenseman in NHL for sure. Let's go back now on the chat if we have a couple of information here. Zenit Gamin is in the house. Zenit directly from the Bows with Zela Rule. Thanks so much to be with our Canadian show. Thanks to join us. Hopefully doing well. We miss you a lot, but I understand life is busy on your site. I would be surprised if Fentelly is still available at number 5. That's possible. Could happen, Willie, about Fentelly. We're going to talk about this next couple of minutes. Goodness, I hope you're doing okay. Monday rolled for Gogol, led the team and point, and he did not play a lot. Kid looked incredible. I agree with you about this one over there. Wednesday, I will be let my house on that. I'm excited about live and Gerard. Been a great day today with sun. Awesome to hear that. There's the way to have a mindset. I wake up that way today, guys. I wake up with a fun angle about life. The last couple of days, I not struggle, but try to figure out. You know, sometime in life, you walk around, you do 2 steps forward, and then you do 1 step backwards. Or you walk in circle, right? And you come back. It's like in the Monopoly game, right? You start at the case, go, and you go all around. You can buy some land, right? You can go to jail. Maybe another going to save you after that, or they need to put you out of the jail. Then you come back, and then you restart, and then you do it again, another loop, another loop. And that's what my feeling for the last couple of days, a week now. And I wake up with another mindset. Since I'm in Thailand, my life changed a lot. My routine, right? When you do every day, my life, guys, is not complicated. My life is simple. My life is okay. It was great until the last couple of days, a week, because my life changed. Like in Florida, I was wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. I was at the gym at 6 o'clock. And then I was doing my gym, 90 minutes, come back home, breakfast, smoothies, and then start to walk a little bit, and then prepare my day for the night. And then the night I do Hockey National show. Here, it's reverse. I do the gym at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It just changed. But this morning, because I don't work anymore at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock, I go to the gym at 6 o'clock now. And I change my mind. This is about the game is right here. It's how you see the perspective of your life. And don't be worried about things you cannot control. And don't let anybody around you put you down. Build that wall and go through the wall by who you want to be. So I feel good this morning. I have a really good mindset, and I feel excited. I feel great. And you can see by my voice, my behavior right now here in the chat and the show. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. The coach is on fire this morning. I'm great for Thailand. Where you see what happening here in the chat. If I can pick it up, a couple of people. Thought on the app goalie prospect, keep or let it go. Great question about that. You guys, you read my stuff right here. App news, guys, and we're going to talk about Mario Dichaud. And the combine in June, and then I want to finish before that with Samuel Montembeault. Why? Because Montembeault, guys, a lot of people, you don't believe on him every time. It was not because I don't believe on him. I still believe a goaltender in NHL. You have to see him about 100. You need to start at least 100 game. Some of them would be the ratio is 75 game, but for me it's 100 game. Until you don't reach that kind of 100 game, it's difficult to judge a goalie. But right now, since last season with the Montreal Canadiens, consider with Team Canada, you see Montembeault performing. He brings more the consistency. Of course, everybody have a bad game, but you can see, you feel some things coming with Montembeault. Some goaltender become good in NHL at 26, 27. I can go with Max Strom, Tim Thomas, and many others at 25 years old, Corey Crawford, and I can go all the way like that, right? So for Montembeault, I think for me, he's getting there. The next year will be a great year to see really if you really what kind of goaltender he can become in NHL. He still have 1 more year contract at $1 million for the upcoming season. Then he become a UFA. Can Montreal wait until then, or they going to negotiate right away? That will be something to follow up we can use. But that's something Montreal should be excited, hockey fans Montreal too, about Montembeault, because I think maybe we have the right number 1 goalie. We don't have to go nowhere. Or maybe it can become, hockey, NHL changing to become 2 solid goaltenders together. And that's maybe one of them Montembeault can bring on the table for the Montreal Canadiens. So that's something we can definitely follow up in the next couple of weeks. I'm still listening to you, Coach. I'm replay mostly on my free time. Thanks so much, Zenit. Very nice. I just want to let you know we miss you. And please say to your daughter, Zayla, a big hug and a big hello from the Hockey National Show. I will accept Chicago, Montreal, receive first round pick, Chicago, Caufield, first round pick, Montreal, first round front, and 3 Portuguese. Yeah, that's something like that for sure. Reflexive. Too much chasing the chase. Yeah, not about that. It's just back on my feet, back on my routine. And that's the key about that. Gary Cournoyer, the Roadrunner, back in the house. Welcome back. I read your mindset, a post about Pussy Vibe on your Facebook page. He helped me. Thank you. You're welcome, isn't it? Very kind of you. I call the GOAT. Just want to get past the Caufield contract and concentrate on the draft. There are a lot of pick after first round pick. You're absolutely right, Roger. I agree with you about this. Thanks so much, my friend, to stop by. You're welcome, John. Mr. Adam Berger, the Vegas Golden Knights, is in the house. The swimmer teacher, I'm not worried about Vegas tomorrow. I feel the same way, Adam, about your team. Look, I think for me, they play one of the worst games in the playoff last game. I think we came for the defenseman. I think they let a little bit down Hill. I know you can accuse him for the third goal, but, you know, it's part of the game. But I think Hill, he saved the Vegas all the way there until the third goal. And I think that defensively, they really played bad, in my opinion. Like, all of them, they was not have a really good game. You're welcome, Claude. Always a pleasure, my friend. And I tried to pick it up a couple of things here. Disais, je connais pas beaucoup. J'ai un problème avec mon souris. Pas de problème, Nicolas. Encore la souris, elle te fait... oui, je ne dirais pas en français, mais tu sais que je comprends. Here we go, guys. Back on the subject. We have a lot of things to talk about. Logan Mailloux, guys. Logan Mailloux beat a record of 55 years with the London Knights. Unbelievable, great year for him. 25 goals this season and regular season and 8 goals during the playoff. And that will give him a total of 33 goals during his first full year in OHL. That's how I remember that. You know, as a develop, how he developed, he improved, is behind Logan Mailloux. What? Yeah, he did not play a lot in the last 18 months. And he just catch up what he can do right now. And maybe with Lane Hudson, Mailloux can become another solid player in NHL. Definitely, he's going to play with Laval Rocket next year. And expect him. Yeah, but Gary Bettman, he put Mailloux in the jail with Joel Canville and Stan Bowman and Vertanen and yeah. But don't worry about that. One of Montreal going to request is eligibility to return in NHL. It would be done deal with Gary Bettman. Mailloux follow all the requests from the NHL, all the program, everything like that. So don't worry much about this. But Mailloux, guys, is another excellent player Montreal Canadiens have in front of us. My brother to all you Nova Scotia with the Fires. That's when talking about this Nova Scotia for Rick Bengal. Hopefully, guys, you're doing well. Thanks for sharing this, Adam, about that. Dallas has not really played at their best in this series. Don't count them out just yet. I don't say they are out yet, but they play a better game last game. Again, the only way Dallas can win two areas is Oettinger need to be Oettinger, and then the support player, the secondary players. I'm talking about Domi, talking about Seguin, Jimmy Benn, Dellandrea. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not talking about the first line. I'm talking about after them. Right now, again, the first line carry on that team. If they have an off night or they don't do nothing, but Dallas cannot win. So to only win to get more win, Dallas have to be sure. Now, so they all come back, but they still did only the half of what they're supposed to do. They still have a long road to win. And again, that would be great, incredible if they do that. Now, I don't say they are not good. I don't say they are out. I just said this is going to be a very interesting game, and everything could happen. I just sometime in the playoff, you have bad game, good game, and then that's what they have to. Then Dallas cannot make any mistake anymore. They are facing elimination. Vegas have 3 chances before the game number 7. So it will be interesting what will be the next level, the next thing about him for that. We have Jeremy N. knocked the door. Welcome back in the house. G is in the house. Gary B, Nate, do we worry about reason priority? Marco Larabee, co-host of this morning, is out. Mayu, Madison, Hudson, goalie, Harris, Wi-Fi, Baron. I think one of those guys would be moved at the draft. For what? I have no clue, but I can see all those defensemen sticking around long term. Yeah, great point about this. You know, you don't count anymore Savard and Edmondson. That to them could be out with the Montreal Canadiens. A great point. Too. That's great. A lot of great things. Can I wait for Washington Clinic? Caufield, go. Absolutely right about that. Great comments about this. Arizona not going anywhere. The team will fold or move in Canada. Glad to hear that. Thanks, Melissa. Try to get it. Have a very good night. Yes, 2 goals back to back for him. So. Mayu record now T-show contract. So this is a bit concerned. We know the Montreal Canadiens and the inside of the organization, they don't have a lot of goalies. Carey Price is out. We have Pride and we have Allen and Montebo. This is the NHL. But after that, Montreal Canadiens have only Caden Primo, right? Under the contract with Montreal Canadiens. They have signed during the last couple of months Jacob Dobez, the NCAA goaltender for the Ohio State 6'4". And that's it. That's all. They draft Frederic Tichot. They sign Joe Verbedick for last year, a minor contract, but he needs to resign a new contract if they keep him or not. And then they have Kevin Poulin, but he was not drafted. He signed contract with the Laval Rocket. So Montreal Canadiens have only Primo Tobes. Before June 1st. So what is the date June 1st? Why just June 1st? Because they have a rule in NHL, guys, for the draft players. If you are play in a junior CHL example, right, or USHL, but you don't go NCAA, you have 2 years before to sign a contract. After 2 years without contract, the player right now is free agent. Some of them never be drafted, can return in the draft before that anyway. But that rule is about apply. If you draft a players and after 2 years you don't have an offer sheet contract, an offer contract ELC, but that player you're losing is right, and now you become UFA. The player from European, from Sweden, from Finland, whatever they are coming from, this is a 4 years eligibility. So you have 4 years for the player. Like Tichot was drafted at 2019, 138 overall pick, but they have to sign him until June 1st. If not, Tichot become free agent. So 2 goaltenders right now, Montreal need to decide if they keep them or not. That will be, they have to take a decision before June 1st. Well, what's the rule about the KHL? They have no role for KHL player draft in the NHL. So what you do, you wait. They never come back as a free agent in NHL. You always keep these rights about that. What about NCAA? NCAA, guys, is about the same rule like European. You have 4 years to get an offer ELC, or until you stay at the school, you can wait for that players. Then the date is August 15. After August 15, those players become free agent in NHL. I think Montreal Canadiens that they draft Golniak. I think it's Golniak. Jake Golniak. I think he played with Denver, Wisconsin. Oh my God, I cannot remember. I apologize. Anyhow, there's a player I think Montreal is not going to sign him. They did the same thing last year with Brett Shapley for the Denver, Colorado. They gave him a contract, Laval Rocket. So I want to share and give you a little bit more information about hockey and the rules in NHL. I know that chat is on fire right now. We appreciate a lot for talking about this, about some subject. And I try to pick it up. We have any question in the chat? If not, I will move on. Jim Timmons is in the house. Jim, welcome aboard. Thanks for being with our Canadian show. Not a problem. Jake play baseball. G talk about Montembeault. Look really good at the World Stream defense of the job in front of him. Well said, G, about him. Will he love to play more? Real. Maybe I will trade some goalie right away and start over this draft. Have some strong goalies. Salah defense always help the goalie look much better. I agree with you. Your great comments about this. So this is happening with Tichot and Verbedick. Now the combined joint, I just want to remind you the date, June 4 to June 10. Montreal Canadiens bring a lot of staff at the combine. And it's something we're going to follow up at the combine for sure. The result, everything. Most of the prospects are there. Michkov is not there, but they have some testing. The most important thing behind that guy is the interview. The sport psychology is there. The GM is there. The scout is there. And they do interview. And that's the reason last year Montreal Canadiens showed the option a little bit about Sarkowski. Montreal Canadiens looking at three things about players. They want to be sure that player can accept the pressure in Montreal. This is one element of the interview already pay attention. And they make some kind of crazy question. What kind of animal do you like? And then why behind that? And they do a lot of fun things. And that's the reason. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to follow up. We know last year there was a first overall pick. So the selection of the interview was not like too many, right? But this year, because they picked number 5, they want to know more about Fantilli. They want to know more about Hill, about Smith. They want to know more about Leon Carlson. They want to know more about Leonard, Devoski, Rainbacker, and maybe Zach Benson. Who knows, right? So they're going to have a lot of stuff. Then they pick number 31 or 32 overall. They need to know those players. The Sweden center, maybe at that moment, Bonk for the London Knights. Maybe David Engstrom could be another player be there. What about Aiden Caufield for Phoenix? Sherbrooke, the Phoenix. And I can go all the way like this, right? What about Jayton Perron? I know he's a left defenseman, but Montreal need to get there. Then 37 after that, they need to know more about the goaltender, Rabal. We can be available or not at 37 or 32. So Montreal have a lot of work to do, homework about this. For, like Roger said, they need to figure out this, but before the draft, they need to find a combine. It's really important, 5-6 days for those young men prospect to elevate their stock market for the draft. That would be interesting to see that Saturday. Try to check if we have any other comment, guys. That'd be great. Do you try to trade Caufield for Connor Bedard from the Hawks? No, I don't think so. That would cost them for the Montreal Canadiens to make that much. Could be named head coach next week. Pedro Laviolette with the New York Rangers. Interesting to see that. Thanks for all the like, guys. Don't forget, click on the like if you don't mind. That'd be awesome. This is the session with the Montreal Canadiens, guys. And finally, we have 2 more subjects for Montreal Canadiens, then I will move up. Guys, we try to keep the Ab Nation live show, tonight's show, under 90 minutes every show. Why not 2 hours, 3 hours? It's because at some point it's too long, it's too much sometimes. Not because of me, it's just we're losing interest. So every time you pop up with the show at the Ab Nation, we're going to keep now under 90 minutes every time, including the quiz at the end. Media thinking about Pierre Dubois, Lafrenière going to Montreal. It's not it's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. It's not sure, Robin. Now, the next thing we're talking about, guys, is Michkov. I want to know from you in the chat. Michkov impact. This is really the most intriguing NHL draft 2022. It's what's going to happen with Matvei Michkov. Which team are going to step up and select Michkov? We don't get another clip. I make a video on the App Daily News. You follow me every day, guys. I put a video on about fun subject and check about this subject for the Michkov. Make a video about him, what kind of player he can become in NHL. He's another unique players, but he's another winger at 5'9". Can Montreal can accept a guy 5'9", 5'10"? And when I say 5'9", guys, it's like it's a barely 5'9". It's not like it go through 5'10". No. It's 5'8" plus a 5'9" less. So he's barely that level of how tall he is. But is it want to draft him or not? If you have possible to draft him at number 5. So I don't think so. He's going to be drafted by Arizona, by the Anaheim. I don't think so. Columbus go with him. The San Jose Sharks is really the key of the Montreal Canadiens. Now, if he's still on the board, if he's not on the board, Montreal pick the next one. Easy. But if he's on the board, can Montreal draft him or not? Can Montreal skip him or not? Can Montreal go down like Washington Capitals to number 8? Or not? Because if you're Montreal Canadiens, you don't want Michkov, right? And still there, and the team won Michkov. But now you can start negotiation. Let's go with Washington Capitals, guys, with Michkov. Montreal said, no, we don't want Michkov. And we're going to go number 8. Now, they have you can trade 5 to 8. But you have to get the second round pick 40 for the Washington Capitals 2023. Or, here's the kick about that one Montreal Canadiens should do. This is my proposal. I know it's not on the subject right now, but I would like to hear from you. Tell me if you make the trade or not. So, if we are all agree, you and me, Michkov, Montreal said no, we don't want him for any reason. All right. Now they knock the door, call the McLennan, not McLennan. Is it Brian McLennan? I think it is. GM for Washington Capitals. Hey, Brian, how you doing, buddy? How's everything over there? Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Look, I have my 5th round pick overall to you. Would you like to get there? We have Michkov. Oh, yeah, we won Michkov. All right. So let's start this way. So trade 5 to 8. We switch both trade. And return, Montreal Canadiens select, I want my 40 overall pick for Washington Capitals. So Michkov, number 5 for 8 plus second round pick, 40 overall pick. But can you say, no, we want other things. What you talk about? You don't have a lot of money on your salary cap, right, Brian? No, I don't have that money. I'm looking for signing a UFA, and I'm stuck right now with Ovechkin. We want to win, or I don't want to wait, and everything like that. So, look, trade me Anthony Manta with us. So, I want you 8 pick. I want Anthony Manta, but I want you pick first round pick 2023 and return 2024 and return. No protected, or you want to protect only top 8. So Montreal Canadiens got the 8th round pick. They got Anthony Manta for 1 year, and they got the first round pick 2024 for the Washington Capitals, and return they gave number 5. Montreal Canadiens number 8. This is a big question. Maybe Leonard will be gone. Maybe Reinbacher will be gone. They're stuck between Benson, Devosky, Oliver Moore, Matthew Wood at that level number 8. Or maybe someone they think we don't talk about. Would you like to make that trade with Washington Capitals? How do you feel about what I just talked to you about this? Let me know comments about that. And then finally, if they not trade Michkov, if they don't trade the pick, you don't want to take Michkov, which player do you think they should do, Montreal Canadiens, they should select? A lot of questions I ask you right now. I'm going to go back in the chat and see what we got here. About this one over there. Only but I'll go Montreal and twinning zone career. G. I tried to get it, but okay, I get it. Michkov shocks the coach. Yeah, Randy, that's my feeling too about this. Habs should draft Michkov if it's eligible. They should, considering up with the Washington San Jose Sharks to increase their chance to drafting him. For Saints got trade for the San Jose to get Michkov, so he want Habs need to get him from Sharks, Columbus or San Jose take Michkov and Rabinov. I don't see Columbus and Rabinov completely no. Why? Because they have no center, and they have possibility to make to get 3 centers: Smith, Carlson, and Fantelli and Rabinov. So I don't see it. Michkov or skate. Yes, exactly. I'm more like one over there. 82-100%. Good night, every Melissa. Draft Michkov. He tried to buy his contract from the AKHL. That would be hard, Roger, unfortunately, to draft Michkov, not a problem. To buy his contract, it would not be really happening. At least something changed. I don't see that. Thanks so much for the likes. I appreciate a lot for that. Habs need 2 superstar on the team. Michkov gonna be a superstar. And again, you guys, you make a lot of great comments about this. I'm not disagree. I just give you another perspective. I'm not here to judge everyone or they say, no, they have to do that. No, I just want to give you other option. And that's what we talk. This is about conversation between you guys and me. But we can find out too, no problem, because of brain power for sure. G. I think Kane should be a little bit bigger, no? You think Kane is a 5'9"? Coach, why you take the time to check that? Because for me, information I need to know when I'm not sure. 5'10" for Patrick Kane, so confirm 137 for Patrick Kane. That's what I thought, 5'10", but I want to be sure. But great point, G, about that. Fleury, stick of the dynamite. Hopman and number 5 to Sharks. Number 5. I like that one. Have are an honorable team. They need as many talented players possible. I cannot be a clever seller now. If Mishkov is able, you pick him. Here we go. I cannot have too many little guys when the playoff battle begin. Nope. Get Mishkov. I prefer Ab keep number 5 who move up. Here we go. Coach, Washington trade you mentioned is the type of the trade use could do will be interesting and Rabinoff. And again, possible. We don't know. And the reason why I said that is because maybe we don't know what can use and the Montreal Canadiens are thinking about Mishkov. Maybe they have news on things we don't know, and they will skip him. But because Montreal Canadiens try to go around the controversy situation or story, and they can cover up with a trade with Washington, and they get a first-round pick, and they get Manta, and they get they get another player 8. That's some kind of the position, the situation the Montreal can go. Colby Barlow, heart sold pick, excellent. G, yep, so right. Barlow could be a top 15. I'm not sure a top 10, but Barlow could be very interesting. Mishkov has no brain pick for sure, but you have to build a playoff team at the same time. Go. Honestly, if Mishkov is available, it's fine. You should jump for joy. It's no brainer, so maybe run all the way. What about Jimmy Boehm? Back and out. If you don't draft Mishkov, they need to get Leonard on Ray Backer, preferably Leonard. Here we go. We talk about this morning at the Ab Brunch. Great comments for everybody. Don't forget, guys, click on the likes. And congratulations, Spy for Mishkov contract by Boo. I think Ab will Smith. If he's available, Randy Smith pick up there. As we don't know, a lot of Columbus rumor they would like to get Will Smith. Mishkov won't be available until 2026, and then he will need a year or two to adapt to the NHL. A lot of what if for a 5th overall, as Steve G said about Mishkov. That's another perspective again. All the great comments you talk to us right now tonight. This is really makes sense to me, and it just could happen or not happen. We don't know yet, but that's the reason we talk each other. We appreciate that. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. I appreciate that, RG. And if any question, it's time, guys, for the next 30 minutes to go through the question. I'm going to pick it up, all the question. During the time, I continue talking about hockey here. The Montreal Canadiens rumor. I love to make those kind of rumors because people talk about this and the solution now are silly. Something else. This one, it was not coming from me. The Washington Capital I just did earlier, it was coming from me. But this one's coming from on the internet. Here's the rumor. Would you like to trade or do you like to accept that trade if you are GM for the Montreal Canadiens or not? Montreal Canadiens get the 11th overall pick from the Vancouver Canucks and they get in return Tyler Myers. So Myers carrying a contract at $6.5 million for 1 year as a right defenseman. In return, the Montreal Canadiens trade the first pick overall for the Florida Panthers, so it'll be 31-32. They trade Joel Edmondson and they keep 50% of the, not AAV, but the AAV, or 1A too much on that one. And that's what it make the trade. Is it make sense for the Vancouver Canucks to do that or not? If it's Montreal, would you accept that deal? Now, this coming from the website. When I reevaluate this, if a Montreal Canadian said, oh yeah, let's do it. Come on, let's go. If Vancouver Canucks, so wait a minute, that's maybe not enough. We need to get another players. So, following my question, would you like to make a trade or not? But think about Vancouver Canucks. Do you think they will have to add another player on that trade? If yes, who they can get? Which player would you like to trade with Edmondson and the first round pick? Because you really believe that trade makes sense for the Montreal Canadiens to get 11 overall. So we'd like to hear from you guys. Let me know. If ever this is not good enough with Edmondson first round pick for the Panthers, which player prospect would you put in the trade The Montreal get now 11, and that'll give them 5th and 11th for upcoming NHL draft. I would like to hear from you guys. Give us some kind of information about that. Yes, for A. Why would Vancouver do that? That's the point behind that. And Rabinoff is a proposal rumor. So, like you feel, like I feel, which kind of player you would like to add on that one and Rabinoff? The reason behind that, guys, is because that opened up salary cap problem with Vancouver Canucks. They don't have enough money to pay their players coming and the player prospect they have, and then with the salary cap they have with UEL, and I can go all the way like that. So they are a little bit stuck with the money right away there. So, and they're looking for a defenseman. So open up a $6.5 million. That open up more possible for Vancouver to make some kind of trade, more flexibility. Example, I would make that move, but I doubt Vancouver does that. Yeah, exactly. They can have Farrell too. Here we go. That's what the question. That's why we do those show, guys. Put some kind of contents and information there, and then you guys, you make some kind of conversation. So A2 go with Sean Farrell. They can Sean McIntyre, welcome. If the ad take Michkov, they should trade Cole for Keller. Yeah, that's another thing we will look about Keller. What Montreal can trade the Keller situation. We're going to need more than that. Yes, Steve G. Vancouver sketchy on D. Myers top 4, top call, but I don't think so. The reason G, because he become UFA and he have $6.5 million. Add Kidney or Mezar to the Vancouver deal and Rabinoff. Here we go. So we talk about Farrell, we talk about Kidney, we talk about Mezar. Vancouver can also have Joel Armia and Hoffman in the package. Canucks will need an add defense prospect include. Here we go. Which one? Would you trade Justin Barron with Edmondson and the first round pick for the 11th round pick plus Myers? Just jumping under I and pink wave. I miss a lot. Mr. Dennis back in the house. Thanks so much, guys. Don't forget to click on the likes. That'd be awesome. So this is the question, guys. Again, it's a rumor. And that's for the reason we share with that. I can have another rumor with the Pittsburgh Penguins too. If you follow my ad daily news, I try to make a one rumor every single day. That will be with the one I'm going to do on my next ad daily news. But I would like to hear from you. Here we go. We have some time. Why does everyone want to trade Hoffman? He belongs in the top 6 of the Montreal Canadiens. I'm not sure about this, Willie. Honestly, it's not only his performance is so-so. Is the body language, Willie? Maybe he try and we don't see that way, but it feel for me is I call them in hockey the swing players. What you talk about? A swing player for me, guys, is a player you never know when you show up if he will be happy or unhappy. So his mode is really swing from left to the right or the unhappy to unhappy. This is the biggest problem I have about Mike Hoffman. I see many players play for me in my past, and they are like that. They have those kind of energy, enthusiasm, and if one decision affect them, this is the end of the world. So they drop their shoulder and they are pity and they think about themselves only. That's the kind of player it's hard to have inside the locker room. And that's what Mike Hoffman is, in my opinion. But I could be wrong here. I don't want to get there about that. But that's what a lot of young fans have no interest in watching a team grow. They just want to move bodies around like it's a parlor game or a PlayStation game A2. Barron will work for Sensiga. Dennis Jensen, Detroit, about this. That's a better Barron upside good. Barron had no value yet, Steve G. I'm not sure about that, Steve G. Now, when I said that, I think value first round pick. Look, think about Neil Longvis for the New York Rangers got a first round pick for Dallas Star. For me, Barron can become that kind of player. I'm not saying he's going to get a first round pick, But because you have only 21, 22 years old, you can have a very good something part of the package deal, Steve. So you add something. It's not like the value of that trait is only Barron, but the future Barron, it gave you at least a third pairing defenseman, and that would secure the Vancouver Canucks now to have future players and return. And they get, of course, Edmondson, and they open up the salary cap. So they have three things they get in return. They still have a first round pick, whatever's 31. The draft is deep anyway. Then you get Edmondson, satisfy your defenseman side, and he's only 31 years old. And then you get Barron, 22 years old now, prospect to become a good player, so possible a top 4 pairing on the NHL, second pairing, worst case third pairing. Very good on the offensive zone. He's a right defenseman. That's something I think Vancouver can think about this. In return, Montreal get 11 a round pick. They don't need Edmondson. They need to open up. The first round pick, Florida, you never know. And now they lose Barron. But you get 11 for, you know. And that's what I think Montreal can do. Berm, le gros, Mata, plus notre pick, faire contre pick à Washington, intéressant. François Pitt, 2 new defensemen, 1 prospect, a 5th round, interesting. G. Oops, I mean, Manta, Washington, first round pick for her 4. Yeah, about that one over there. Coach, you just described all of my, really, sound like PL Dubois, Luc Legiano. If I'm Montreal, jump on this 11 pick, François Pitt. Here we go. So let's go move on, guys. And I don't want to talk too much about this because we are almost at 9:08, 10:08, so I try to respect the time. But I want to finish this. I know a lot of people talk about Montreal Canadiens, but we're always watching what's going on in Toronto, right? And Toronto, guys, I asked this question tonight, guys. Who was the problem in Toronto Maple Leaf? Do you think it's Shannon or do you think it's Dubas? After what happening, now they're searching for a new GM, and we heard a little bit of rumor left and right, and we know Toronto's struggling right now. We always like to hear the saga drama for other team. And this, you talk about, you know, the most captivate team in NHL, what everything happened over there is a scoop for about everything. So when you think about when you review the last 6-7 years in NHL, with the Toronto Maple Leaf, one of the top best 3 teams in NHL as a regular season, but never performing on the playoff. Who was really the problem behind the door? Shannon or Dubas? I would like to hear from you guys and tell us a little bit more. If you want to come to talk about Montreal, no problem. You don't give up a Baron for what? Myers, James, no. I think, James, you have to follow up, go backwards a little bit. We get an 11 overall pick, James, for the Vancouver Canucks. Plus, we got Tyler Myers for 1 year of his contract. And then in return, we gave Edmondson. We're retaining half of his contract. We gave Justin Barron, and we gave them the first round pick for the Florida Panthers, 31-32. So that's what I've been. Shannon for Randy. And Rebnev said both. Like he said, Sinska. No doubt, Randy. Why we gave away Farrell, Francois? Because they need to add another players on that draft pick, and then Montreal have maybe too many winger at some point. And Francois, they could select another winger, like example, like Matthew Wood at 13 or 11. That Shannon plan, Egoa saving his own job. A2. Everything is going exactly as the Shannon plan. Google, it's Matthews, James. Will he go with both? No idea what Shannon done there. John, G, both, but Shannon is wearing the Telflon Claudine. No, Francois. Say Toronto have a very good year. Why change it? Anything can happen in the playoff. You are playing the best of the best. Dubas gave his all and team building winner. About that one. See, a lot of comments about that team, guys, and you can see that from Shannon or Dubas. And would be really interesting what Shannon is going to be select his GM. I think for me, Pittsburgh did it. They fired Burke and they fired Extall. If I was the Toronto Maple Leaf management or the owners, everything like that, I would fire both. I would not clean the half of the office. Why? Because the people stay in the office, guys, they become close with Dubas or they become close with Shannon. So what's happening now? You divide the office by 2. That's happening there. So if Pinghall stay, Hardy stay, Wickenheiser stay, and other people around the office stay, some of them was very close with Dubas. So I don't know how the atmosphere inside that it will be. Again, I'm not there. I don't know. A lot of people like Shannon. I don't know if Shannon is a great human being around those people. The only thing we heard is a lot of staff people love Dubas the way he treat them. Again, I don't know. But if I think about this, if I'm the owners, why not to clean everything? Why not to, you know what? It's not Dubas the problem. Let's go cleaning everything. Because at the end of the day, Shannon fire Dubas. Is it going to fix the problem? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. François, the deal simple. Montreal, Florida, the round pick, the Edmondson for Myers, the first round pick. That's it. That's all for the François. Let Shannon become GM as well so he can fire himself. Joe Manella, welcome aboard. Thanks for it. Shannon is a problem. I want to recap a playoff game. He has 4 GM since he's been there. He is the problem. Shannon choose Bergevin or Travelin. This time would be a dome. The Shannon. I'm really concerned about Travelin. And I think Randy, I don't know, he's sitting in the chat, can talk about Brad Travelin. At some point, we maybe invite Randy to talk about this. I think they'll build a stronger team that I gave them credit for. Willie Shannon bring John Ferguson Jr. or Chiarelli. Ouch, Chiarelli. I cannot see Cave sticking around the room is not listening anymore. G. And then, no, it won't fix the problem about that. And what's next for them, guys? What's next for the Toronto Maple Leaf? Do you think they will keep or not Matthews? Give me an answer. Do you think they will trade or not Marner? Give me an answer. And give me an answer for, do you trade William Nylander? But what about John Tavares? Because he have a no-close contract, and that's the reason I did not put his name over there. And I don't want to talk about Justin Holl or maybe other players they're going to sign or resign, whatever it is. I'm just talking about 3 players, Matthews, Marner, and Nylander. Do you think they will give them an extension to Matthews? Do you think they let him, they're going to trade him? Maybe tell me 2 of them, 3 of them, or not at all. They should focus on other things. They should sign Samsonov. But I want to talk about this before we move on for one more subject before we go to Frenchie quiz at the end. Mr. Joe, welcome back. By the way, thanks to James was at the Hockey News Show. I think you've been there before, but I can't be wrong. The name sometimes you don't see my face here. It's because because I remember a lot of people here. I agree both should go. Let's start all over. Keep the coach is good for the team. Gave Barron 2 or 3 more years, and it would be great, François. Again, you have to give to get back, right? That's the only thing, François. If they are Bergevin, James is done. I disagree. The coach is done. Bergie not scared to the rip those big trade. Matthew is gone and Marner stay. The problem in Toronto has to stay play against a very tough and talented Eastern Conference and the playoff. Firing coaches, GM, and trading where we player won't fix anything. Make it worse. Matthews straight coach from Randy Marner for a whole bunch of option. I think Nylander would be under Avalanche jersey. Matthews and Marner stay about this trade Matthews for James. They should trade Nylander and Matthews because they would be the easier to move and get the best return if but can do this. The NHL draft would be very busy, especially for the league. They are going to move someone for sure. Nylander and Colorado will not be work well for him, will he? Matthews and Nylander probably gonna get trade, I think, for And then André Robert Drouin back in the house. André Robert, welcome back, my friend. Intéressant ce soir, coach, mais il reste juste tranquille. Juste écouter pour moi ce soir, pas de problème, André, ça me fait plaisir de t'avoir. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. N'oubliez pas de cliquer sur le petit pouce en haut sur le show ce soir. Really interesting, guys. 9:17, 9:20. I stay in the time of the frame of the 90 minutes. I try to do my best, guys. Toronto will have to make a tough decision. Trade Manor on Matthews. The next time, guys, we can talk about what they get in return. Tonight is a bit too hard. I want to finish this, guys. Matthews NTC kick in. You're absolutely right about this July 1st. I want to finish, guys, with this one. Zito, the GM of the year. He's on, excuse me, he's on nomination, by the way. But I want to see a little bit the Panthers roster. And the reason behind that, guys, because I want to give that example for the Panthers can apply for the Montreal Canadiens. Many years, we heard Marc Bergevin said, we cannot trade for a center. The biggest problem, I believe, for Marc Bergevin is to give a good player, a really unique player in return. And yeah, he trades Sean Weber. Yes, he trades Sergachev. He makes some time like that. But he never trade to get a really solid center in NHL or maybe go higher in the NHL draft. My point to you guys, I want to use today is Bill Zito. Yes, the Panthers collapsed last year. There was a great sign for Bill Zito to wake up. Prior to that, he makes some trade. He got Reinhardt, he got Montour, he got Bennett. They claimed prior him for Sling, right? I can go like this all the way, right? But Zito make a lot of big trade in return. Then he realized at the end of the year, the team missed a couple of pieces of the puzzle. Sometimes call them soft. Sometimes they think they don't have enough aggressivity inside the lineup. And he really go deep. He trade for Tkachuk. And you have to pay the price, Huberdeau Wegar. Now he's looking great. My point to you, sometime to get what you're looking for, you have to give back. It's both ways. We don't know in the next 5 years if this trade will be a winner only for the Panthers. We don't know it will be a winner for the Flame too. The time will tell us. It's not looking good right now for the Flame, but still too early. Looking great for the Panthers. But my point to you guys is this. And can sometime just holding too much and thinking we should not do it because we are scared, worried about that, or we should try it. And Zito become a genius because he got Tkachuk. He did it. So can the Montreal Canadiens use this kind of example to get a player in NHL, but you have to pay the price? That would be cost them Caden Coley, Logan Mailloux, Lane Hudson, a player already established with the Montreal Canadiens, a Cole Caufield, a Nick Suzuki, a Kirby Doc. I don't know. But again, sometime what you don't have is still Montreal Canadiens maybe too early. I understand that. But I just want to share with you, a GM was not afraid to make a big impact and to trade the big name. Point behind that, let's go back with Toronto Maple Leafs. We know you follow hockey enough to understand what the Toronto don't have. As a kind of player like Tkachuk, right? I don't know if Tom Wilson could be traded for Washington to Toronto Maple Leafs in return of Matthews or Marner. I don't know. I just mentioned. But Zito, he find a way to realize what he was missing. Other GM need to find a way what they are missing, and sometimes you have to pay the price in return. Talk about mega trade. And that's what I'm thinking about Bill Zito. And I just want to share with you what you think about his performance. And of course, he made that trade. A lot of think about this in the chat right now, guys. I'll try to pick it up over there. Matthews, go. July 1st, here you go. I agree with you. Parking is tough. I can see that. I expect Traveling would be the new GM. He's close. Hopefully not Randy. Traveling is a front runner. Here we go. What McLaughlin mean was that he cannot trade for a center. So yeah. Yep, sorry, I love Traveling. Randy, Zito done on next side and then exam. He made the right move to make the team a tougher team built on the playoff. Sensiga. No, Nikoshkin, Lentagag, or GT Coffer next year, and the running low on the money. It's going to be a tough season next year for that one. Toronto need players who are able to play physical in the playoff. Who remember that time Dubas tried to fix Galchenyuk. Galchenyuk repaired him by giving up the goal-winning game in the 5 versus Montreal Canadiens. We have Justin Ole François. Maurice Baby Dame dernier match, no jet collapse, replay for Maurice. Conclusion on his plan G about Maurice. Anytime you have a Tkachuk on your team, you did good. Montreal should get Brady Tkachuk. Keep Matthews, trade minor for a power forward plus prospect François Pitt. I will never make that trade. What are a magical season last year? Willie, maybe the best initial playoff run of the time. It cherished body and Reblanc. Yes. So that's the thing, guys, for the Panthers. Right now, they make a couple of trades. They match up with some kind of speed with Nick Cousin, Colin White. And then they draft Lundell. Lundell become a solid player 2 ways for the team. I think he does not get the credit enough. What about Brendan Montour for the Buffalo Sabres? They trade for him. And then they got Sam Reinhart for the Buffalo Sabres. You think about, so Zito was not afraid to make some trade. And sometimes, guys, some gen make mistake. I think in return for some Renat, they don't get enough in return. If you think about, I think it was Renat with Levi involved with that trade. I know Levi is looking good, but Florida Panthers already Spencer Knight and Proboski. So would be really interesting how this turn around. If Pittsburgh pick up 1 point in the last 2 games, there's a Columbus and Chicago, then we all say the same thing about Zito as now. Unfortunately, maybe not because not make the playoff. And again, if you think about this, the Montreal Canadiens all the team have to be guilty about that in our tap. And I think I make a mistake. I never talked that way, or I never mentioned that. We know Pittsburgh have to win against Chicago Columbus Blue Jacket, right? But Montreal Canadiens, guys, they play 4 games against the Florida Panthers, and they lost all the 4 games. If Montreal Canadiens win 1 of the 2 games, of the 4 games, only 1, what do you think happening? Sometime, you may be the reason why they make the playoff and not Pittsburgh lost 1 point. That's what for me, Montreal fell themselves about that. It's easy to talk that way after the season. I understand that. But I think we're not just looking about Pittsburgh, but thinking about Montreal too with the 4 loss they got against them. CJ, we will see, could make another run to watch. I like what run. Zito is a genius for the catching trade. Assembly brilliant move. Like the year the Flyers knocked after a shootout win and went to the final. It would be on the running for the worst GM of the year. We got 11 players to sign with only $21 million spent. Coupler won't be the only one leaving. Steve G talk about GT confirm. Would be interesting, Steve, about that. That situation. So, guys, that's happening about the Zito situation. Now, what happening with the Hockey National Show, guys? I can guarantee a couple of things. First of all, we'll be back tomorrow night, game number 6. Then after that, if the Dallas lost, now we know the final. It's going to be June 3rd. That's the first game. If Vegas win, if Dallas beat the Vegas, we have game number 7 Wednesday night. And then after that, we're going to have game number 1st, June 3rd. The schedule does not change after that. So we're going to follow this. And then what you do if we don't have no game coach. But we're going to go back now with App Nation Ab Nation Live Tonight show every night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time for 90 minutes. We're going to talk about different things like we do tonight. We have maybe sometime in our tap, Michael Devillano and Marco Larabi, some special guests during the summer. But we're going to stay alive for a couple of more weeks when the season's over. I'm going to take a couple of weeks off, not off like completely, but not like every night. And then I'm going to carry on. Yes, I can confirm year number 4 is officially coming next season. So if you think I shut down the channel or whatever you hear, it's not true at all. I'm back next year, year number 4, with all new things. It's coming. We'll talk about this right now, but be ready. And I can't wait to be back with each one of you for game number 4. So we're going to finish this with the people in the chat. First, evening coach, I said last night, Calgary finished at 1 point behind Florida in regular season. A look at the aftermath, the 2-2 team. William, yeah, then Toronto would be the Patriots versus. You're welcome, says God. Letter again. I William McLeary. Excellent. Calgary have 1 point more. Kick Florida, but this not make a playoff. But Florida did. Yes, 93 points for 92, I believe, about that one over there. Guys, don't go nowhere. What you talk about, coach? Because, guys, we want to. Sorry, not tap. You are correct. I went the wrong way on that. No problem. And welcome back, Mr. William McLeary. You show up at the right time while you talk about coach. But it's time, guys, to talk about the Ab Branch. Try to fill up. Yes. I tried to set up, guys, the French quiz. I apologize. I tried to set up the quiz. I need to take a note. So we are May 28th. So what we do, guys, you remember, we do a French quiz at the end of the show. And then we ask a question. You have to give us an answer. And we know who will win or not win. And at the beginning this week, guys, I go with 3 questions, not 5 questions. When I have more time, I'm going to 5. But right now, we're going to go only with 3 questions. So don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. It's great to have you back. We'll be with your show. Thanks so much, Jay. I appreciate that. Thanks so much, CG. About that, and Rabinaf, you'll stop by the high voltage to show up on Thursday. So in our tap, I got that one. RG Calabro, no worry, and miss the brunch today. Too many grandkids, no problem, William. That's normal. We appreciate a lot about that one over there. Anyhow, guys, are you ready? I tried to figure out. There we go.
Oh my God!
Here we go. The first question of the night, guys. Are you ready? Which player active in NHL won the gold medal same year, the World Junior Championship and the World Championship? So the World Junior Championship during the month of January and the World Championship happening right now. So Adam Fantilli did it, but he's not in NHL. Another player did it, play right now in NHL. Ovechkin, Crosby, Price, we still active, by the way. Taze and Point. Which one of them they won the same year, the World Championship, and they won the World Junior Championship? Here we go. Let us see your answer. RJ, A2. Nicolas Price. We have 5 people that participate. We're going to wait, give you a little bit more time for everybody. Understand the delay of this. We have Sean, we have William, we have James. AAR. We have Willie Snyder in our tap. We have Real Deal. We have Randy, Andrew Robert. Here we go. We're going to give you 5 more seconds in case we have a few people that want to participate on that one. And we give you your answer, guys, on this one. Google will pop up with a D. Luciano, I don't know if he did it or not, but if not, I apologize.
Oh my God!
Steve G said D2. The answer, guys, easy one. That's the way to do that. It's going to be more easy this year, guys. The question. The answer is D. You're absolutely right. It was Jonathan Taze. A lot of people in the chat got it. Too many, by the way. So that will give us the first question. Done deal for tonight. Question number 2. Are you ready?
Oh my God!
Good start. Which NHL players play the most game this season in 2022-2023? Which one of them? Is it Suzuki, Barry, Barbashev, Montour, Tarasenko? Which player on that list played the most game in NHL in 2022-2023? Here we go. Willie did it. Boom. He said he did not copy and not tap. Wait, Willie has a second answer. Just wait for you guys to give us an answer. Google, go with Suzuki. Thanks so much, Google. I appreciate a lot. First one on this one. Following by who? Who gave us an answer on this one? James, go with Suzuki. RJ with Barbashev. RJ, thank you to join us tonight, by the way, RJ. And we have Nicolas, Suzuki, G, Suzuki, including playoff. No, not including playoff, regular season. Andre, go with Suzuki. William McClay, go with D. R with D. Sean, D. Claude Richard, D. Claude, I did not get your first answer, the first question. And I type D, Montour. Willie Snyder, go with D. Again, guys, the playoff does not count. No game this season in 2023-2024. Randy, go with Tarasenko. So, Steve G with Tarasenko. So, include the series? No, the series. The playoff does not count. The playoff does not count. Only the regular season. I should mention that. So, if you want to change your answer right now, you can change it. I will give you a little bit more time. Maybe it was just an interpretation to click. So, let's do it again. All right. If you want to change your question, your answer, or you keep your answer, not a problem. You can go that way. Which player on the season, regular season, played the most game in NHL? So, Sean, go with A. With Suzuki. Joe Manella, go with D. And you can change your question now. Nicolas with Barry. And Rabinov, go with A. Anybody want to change your question, your answer? I give you extra time, or you keep your answer. Joe Manella now go with A, with E. R we go with Suzuki. And Rabinov go with A. Look like everybody stay with A. And Atap go with C now. Barbashev, Willie Snyder, second option possible. I don't know. We'll see if Willie Snyder keep this. I change to E. Willie Snyder go with E. About that one over there. And do we have other thing at the bottom? No. Here we go, guys. The first question was easy, so everybody got it. Most of you. But that question, guys.
Oh my God!
James go with Suzuki. We have only one got it. Only one got it. Only one. Nicolas de Gobi-Bono did it. Tyson Barrie, somehow, he played 85 games in NHL this year. Tyson Barrie trade at the trade deadline from Edmonton to the Nashville Predator, and he got the most game play in NHL this season with 85. Nicolas Gobi-Bono is the only one got that one there. That gave us for the last question of the night, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different people can win the show tonight. So, A2 was a trick. Yes, I apologize. I did not put the regular season. I should do that. But still, so the answer, guy, is B. I apologize. I did not put the letters B. Here we go. Last question of the night. Who is the oldest player to score a goal in overtime? And the NHL playoff history. Only in the playoff history. Which players, the oldest player, scored a goal in overtime? Is it Ron Francis, Brett Hall, Joe Pavelski, Igor Larionov, or Ray Whitney? Here we go. Play extra trait, Steve G. Nicolas, comment faire game dans un salaire de 82? Quelle est la logique? Yeah, he played more game with Edmonton, and Nashville at that moment have less game in the NHL. So that's the reason. Go with A. Thanks so much. Pressure that. We missed Luc Lafortune, by the way. N. Rabinov with C. Thanks so much, N. Rabinov. Atu, no ID. They'll go with D. We have Nicolas Legobe with Pavelski. We have Sean McIntyre go with Joe Pavelski. We have Joe Manella go with Pavelski. André Robert go with the D. We have James with Ray Whitney. I'll go with C. Randy with C. Pavelski. I have given my answer for the first question. Okay, Claude. I don't know if he was right or wrong. Willie Snyder go with C. G go with D. And Atal go with A. Ron Francis. RJ go with Igor. Willie Snyder, McClary go with Ray Whitney. A lot of different questions and so right there. We'll just wait, guys, a couple of minutes. A2 gave me an answer. We have this one. Randy Walkman. I don't know if Randy gave it. Oh, yeah, he got C about this. Gogol. Is it Gogol around? He gets C. I got it. All right. Real deal. Real deal. I got it. And Nicolas de Gobi-Bono. I apologize. I want to be sure I'm right. Here we go. I got it. Steve G, one more time. And we got that one with that. Here we go, guys. We have an answer. We have an answer, that one over there.
Oh, my God!
And the winner of this one, guy, if you answer D, you are the winner of this contest, guys. The answer is D. And the winner of tonight, guys, GS, first time in the history of the Hockey Nation Show, the winner. A2 is the winner on this one over there. RJ is the winner. And Andre Drouin is the winner of that contest on that. Offensive, Mr. Natak, you got 0.5 on that one. CG with Larionov, you got that one too. CG is the winner on this one. Connection D, coach. There you go about this one. Great point. G, congratulations. Claude Richard go with C. A2 win. So we have, guys, tonight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winner of the contest. We're going to get a leaderboard. This is the first show of the quiz. Every time we did a quiz, we're going to add this in the chat, and we'll give you all the answer and leaderboard about this one over there. So that's it. We are tonight, guys. Like I said, we tried to keep the show a little bit young, not too long. And the show, we're going to get always between 90 minutes and one, before 10:45 for everybody. And you have any concept you want to give to me, or you can, maybe you want to send me some kind of ID, so you would like to talk about whatever it is, guys, or you want just send me an email. You want to contact me. You want to talk to me. You have any question you want to know, whatever you're looking for, guys. This is my email at the bottom. You can look about this. You can email me anytime at coach@cofranchi.com, and I will definitely send you back a reply about that. So, Mr. Natap, the role of the Deadwood Smith, they get, I feel like Charlie Brown going to kick the football. Here we go about that. 41 like, not a bad show tonight overall. That should really be number one coach, Willie Snyder, about that one over there. That's what happening here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the show tonight. Again, we will be back tomorrow night. Thanks so much, James. Busy day for me. Tomorrow night, guys, we want to do the game at Vegas again, Dallas, again, number 6, directly from American Airlines and Dallas. I can't wait to see you. Don't forget my app daily news. If you don't see the show this morning, app branch your Sunday rendezvous, please do it. And we create a new video, guys, one time per week, about different subject. And I'll be very interesting. It's a new concept I try to bring. But before we leave, guys, we want to thank all the moderators in the chat, Mr. RJ Calabro with all the update, and you are in the chat with all the knowledge about hockey and sharing this with us every night. We want to thank you so much, and we let you know this one more time. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Yes, you have greatness inside of you. Happy Memorial Weekend. If you are one of them, serve your country. We want to let you know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your service, for whatever in Canada or in USA, whatever you are around the world. We will say to you personally, thanks so much. We are grateful having you to do this for our own freedom. Until then, my friend, we wish you an amazing, great night, sweet dream. And of course, guys, we want to wish you one more thing. Be well, be healthy, and make not to donate your day, but try to donate the first half of what? 2023. Yes, he did it again. Until, my friend, we want to let you know one more thing. Don't count the days, but make the days count. We love you, people. And again, we wish you an amazing, great rest of your evening. Have a good one, friends. Thank you, William. I appreciate that, my friend. RJ, have a good night. Nicolas, Gogol, Nicolas, Enough Tap, Real Deal. Thanks so much. Congratulations for all the quiz people. CG, G's, A2, RJ, and Andre Drouin are the winner of the contest tonight. Have a good night, everybody. And of course, merci beaucoup, mon William, mon Willie Snyder. Our new French lesson. Luciano Garziano, you missed the quiz, Luciano. I thought we were going to win tonight, Luciano. Maybe he was too busy with the cooking he had to do. Luciano just started a new cooking business. He does all the kind of food left and right. Thanks so much, my friend Kogol. Very kind of you. Make the days count. Real deal. Thanks so much, my friend. Good night, everyone. Here we go, Luciano. I knew that. I knew that.
What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show.
Oh. Booyah!